Where's happening, though? Hey, what's happening? We are back, baby, and it's First Watch Finest, and this is a pretty specific episode, you guys. Man, let me get first of all, let me get a shout out to my subscribers. Everybody rock with their boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of y'all. Do me a favor, it's your first time here, step into my crib. Do me a favor, man. Hit that notification bell, man. That doorbell. Let me know you in this thing. You heard me? And over here, we don't Jersey. I got some requests, man, to talk about Derek Chauvin trial. You know how I feel, the verdict, and what's to come. What do we get out of it? And I accept the challenge, man. I talk about everything, man. I talk about anything that I feel like what I'm saying could be helpful info for somebody, help them through something. Whatever it is, man. Y'all feel like topic you want me to talk about, you want to hear how I feel about it, just tap in. You know what I'm saying? First of all, rest in peace, George Floyd, man. Salute to the family. You know what I'm saying? I know none of this stuff brings George Floyd back. None of it does. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he did get convicted on all three accounts, thank you. We appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That is part of the justice that we needed. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a but, y'all. There's a but. Hey, the problem is, I don't want to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't celebrate that quick when it comes to this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's still too much stuff that can happen right now in between him getting convicted of those and what can happen between they give him the time. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to max him out. The max is 40. They're not gonna max him out. I'm gonna tell you that now. They're not gonna max him out. Like, you know what I'm saying? They already killing themselves because they had to convict a white man. You know what I'm saying? They already heard about that. So they're for sure not gonna max him out. So it's like, okay, what does he get? What do they do to solidify what they did to have everybody happy about this? So you have to give him the right amount of time, right? 40 years the max. In my opinion, they're probably going to give him 5 years on each account. It's 3 of them, right? He'll probably get 15 years, dog. 20 at the most, and I feel like I'm reaching by doing that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're going to break it down to where they can give him the minimum amount possible to where he can still get out and see the light sometime down the road. That's what I feel like they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They can make him guilty and still give him the minimal each account. First of all, when it's a murder on a black man or Hispanic, it's always an L at the end of that time. But the police don't get no L; they just get the time. You get what I'm saying? Big difference. They do that so they can still, Anyways, I feel like it's a time for us to capitalize off of this, try to make a step forward, progress out of this instead of just taking this and being chill. Because I don't know if y'all paid attention, but during this time, as this trial was being, commenced, and when they were making the announcement yesterday, there was black people getting killed by the police, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, a couple days before this, they just killed a white lady who's supposed to be one of the top people in the police union, been there 20-something years, just killed Dante Wright. Rest in peace, Dante Wright. The family, you know what I'm saying? In the same city during the trial. During the trial. I don't know, same city, same state. Anyways, she claims she was reaching for her taser, but grabbed her gun. If you've been on a police force for over 20 plus years, if you are a top member of the police union, it's no way in hell you don't know your taser from your gun. The handles don't even feel the same. They don't feel the same. So no matter what, when you draw it, it don't feel the same. Come on, man. This happened during the trial, okay? The spotlight is on George Floyd. Dante Wright gets killed. The spotlight is on George Floyd. They killed another black girl yesterday, a 15-year-old black girl. shoot her 6 times in the chest. She called for help and got killed. Does that make any sense to y'all? Now, these murders were not on the radar as far as the George Floyd trial. So we'll see how this gets the same attention. Because you see how during the George Floyd trial, when Breonna Taylor's police were on, you know what I'm saying, on the stand, wherever they was at, they got off. Why? Why? It's a bigger spotlight on George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? More people were, there's a lot of people that wanted Breonna Taylor's killers arrested. But that was a shooting scene. That was bullets through walls. They had all kind of loopholes they can make up and put inside of that to where they can get him off of that, you know what I'm saying? They had loopholes. Them shootings, they find loopholes. With Derek Chauvin, piece of shit ass, they had no choice. They couldn't make a loophole off a dude sitting on his neck for 9 minutes with his knee on camera, not moving. You cannot, it wasn't no loophole for that. They had to convict him. You know what I'm saying? They had to. It wasn't no leeway around it. They tried to bring up the drugs and everything else they could, but if that wasn't gonna work because it was blatantly on blast right there. They watched everything. Now they watch people shoot people, you know what I'm saying, with their little body cams, but they always find loopholes in that. Like the little kids got killed in Chicago recently. They show him on camera putting his hands up. What happened? Got shot. Then they found a gun later. For real? For real? You see what I'm saying here? They find loopholes with the shootings, man, but they couldn't do a loophole with Chauvin, so they had to convict him. I feel like they had to do it. They really didn't want to. That's why they were trying to find stuff to get out of this. And you know what I'm saying? But they couldn't. They couldn't. So I feel like the Dante Wright trial, the little 50-year-old girl that just got killed, it's going to be loopholes, and now they're going to find a way to get them off. They already took one officer down. They're not going to do this back-to-back. They're not going to give us that kind of leisure. They're not going to convict their officers back-to-back. They're not going to do it. We want them to. We hope they do, but they're not going to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is facts. They're not going to do it. I feel like man, we're in a never-ending fight that's really not going to go our way until they feel the same way we feel. Truthfully, I don't care how much protesting we doing, how much marching. I don't care how many buildings you guys burn down and police cars you wreck. If they're not getting wrecked, if they're not feeling how we feel when we go out the house every day, how we feel when our kids walk outside, if they're not feeling like that, it's not going to stop. You got to fight fire with fire, dog. It's no other way. We've tried this for years. Everybody that tried to fight fire with ice and shit, they dead. This just be my opinion. Look, bumpy bars, first watch finest, telling you how I feel, dog. Until they feel like we feel, it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna change. They're putting this in their kids. They're investing this in their kids' brains. They're brainwashing their kids and their kids' kids to be this way. It's not going nowhere until we start knocking them off like they knocking us off and they feel the same way we feel going out the house. That's it, dog. That's it. If you don't see it that way and you still trying to fight for another way, you're going to keep fighting. You're going to die fighting. America's not built like that. America's built off bloodshed. Bloodshed. That's all they know here. So if they don't get hit with that, because we can't get their pockets. You know, if you get their pockets, you know, they panic. Suicide and all kinds of stuff, you get their pockets. But how can we do that? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get in that they pockets is long line invested. But if they feel like we feel walking out the house, I guarantee it'd be a little less more shoots, a little less more, you know, people dying like that and a little less more accidents with these police officers. If the ones that do it feel the same way we feel, you know what I'm saying? If they feel the same way we feel when they do something to one of ours, if they get consequences behind it, from us, they'll think twice. They don't get no consequences. So why would they think twice? They get paid vacations. You get what I'm saying? This is how I feel, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's hard for me to talk about this kind of stuff. I feel like talking don't really do nothing. You know, it puts awareness, but they're not talking. They're just shooting. You know what I'm saying? They're shooting. That's all they're doing. So, in my opinion, I appreciate what they did, convicting the dude, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see how much time they give him. And I feel like there's so much stuff that happened in between there that they're going to let everybody else around that just did something get away with it just to put it all on him to keep the focus off of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, spotlight type thing. That's just me, man. That's how I feel, man. Rest in peace, George Floyd, man. The little 15-year-old girl that just got killed. I didn't even get her name. I remember her name right now. It was irritating. I hated watching it, man, when I heard it, the story. Dante Wright, man. List goes on, dog. Rest in peace to y'all, man. Condolences to the families. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing, nobody can explain how y'all feel about that. You know, we can't talk about how y'all feel because nobody knows how y'all feel. That shit is unmatched. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to everybody rocking with me, man. Like this video, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the trial below. You know what I'm saying? Anything you got to say, you know, I talk back. Follow me on all social media platforms. That's Bumpy Bars, bars with a Z, on all social media platforms, man. Tap in with your boy. I tap back. You heard me? Bumpy Bars, and we don't Jersey.